Morning, guys. You all right?
Morning, Danny. Where's your head with it at the moment, mate?
Well, I just think it needs a good flush out, a clear out. Maybe, as bad as this may sound, relegation might work because all the crap that we've got in the club that are on silly wages are might maybe not want to play in the Championship. We can get rid of and we can restart the structure with the finance side because it's just not working. As we saw last season, we had a little bit of a fight to try and stay up. But this season, I don't see a leader in that team apart from Coleman. And I think Coleman, sad to say, is past his best and can't get back on the pitch.
Yeah, I saw him last night, Danny, kind of looking on. Martin, what would you say to Danny about that? Some of the big earning players, time up, go, come in and play for the badge.
I don't think you ever want to get relegated. I think you want to hold on as much as you can to stay where they are, Jim, with the resources and the money that comes in, the wealth. But it's been a case of mismanagement, overspend. I'm just looking at Sean Dyche's record there, 3 victories since he's been in charge, 13 games. He got a reaction. They've had some draws in there as well, Jim. But I wouldn't give up on them totally. But, this next game now is absolutely vital that they get something out of it because the remaining fixtures don't look good for Everton. Yeah, Danny, is it not the case, as Martin says, the worry is if you go down, you don't come back anytime soon?
No, but sometimes it can work out. I mean, 2 examples. West Ham went down and got rid of a load of high-earning players, came back up and managed to restart again from scratch. Newcastle done it when they went down. Rafa Benitez got them back up and got all the high-earners out and got them going again. This needs to be done because since we've Mashiri come in and we've had all this money, everyone's just turned around and gone, I'll just go and finish my career at Everton because they'll give me...
Danny, I'm looking to my right. Simon's nodding in agreement with you.
Well,
to
some extent, yeah. I mean, ultimately, the relegation is not a disaster because you've seen teams like Aston Villa go down, come back up, ownership models have changed, and outcomes have been different because when Everton get relegated, Mashiri might have to take a pill and sell a football club at a far reduced price, which means someone comes in and takes over. I do think that necessarily the future isn't quite as dark as people might believe it is because you're not relegated yet, and the reasons why you brought Sean Dyche in was to give you a short-term solution and then a longer-term fix, which means that for the very reasons that you're talking about, I'm sure that if Sean kept him in the Premier League, then what he'll be doing is culling and restructuring his squad and getting rid of those that aren't fit for purpose and getting a group of players in there that can compete for Everton, build off a platform of more substance, and then get past the special measures that they're in that governs their transfer spend and get back on the development curve rather than trying to hold themselves together because of the financial problems they've made for themselves.
Danny, I want to thank you for the call. Here's Steve, another Everton, one of many getting through. We'll try and get as many of you on as we can. Steve, good morning. What's your take on events?
Yeah, good morning, Jim. Like I just said to the girl before to come on, she was asking my point, and there's 2 sides of it. The one side is that I believe, and again, stop this negativity, we're going nowhere just yet. We're not down. I'm with Simon. Sean Dyche is the man. We would have been somewhere else if anyone else had been in charge. We are still in there, Jim. Keep the positivity. We've been doing that. We'll put the banners away. We'll stop the moaning. We are playing in a way. We are seeing difference. We can, with a little bit of luck, we can get out of this. And if we do, Evertonians get used to this because if we stay in the Premier League, we're there for the next 3 or 4 years because of all the red tape and all the politics. That's where we are. But if we do go down, and when I was 7 years of age, Jim, I've told you, I'm nearly 61, Jesus Christ was an Evertonian, right? And if we take 1 step backwards and go 2 steps forwards, and then we come again and we come back stronger, I'll be happy with that as well. But where we are, and like Martin said, no one wants to get relegated. But if we do get relegated, we'll come back stronger. If we stay up, get used to it.
I love that, Steve. Yeah.
Please, lads, stick behind the lads. Sean Dyche can't make a silk purse out of a pig's ear.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve. Steve, stay on the line for me for a second because here's Tony, a fellow Evertonian who looks at it differently. Tony, good morning.
Hi, guys. I think we've gone. I think we've totally gone. I think we made no approach of getting anybody in the January transfer window. We let the young lad go to Newcastle, 45 million there.
Anthony Gordon. Keane, yeah.
Anthony Gordon, yeah. We had Keane, who's at Juventus. We had money coming from his way, and yet no money was reimbursed in the January transfer window. Also, maybe if I think Dyche plays Iwobi in the wrong position, he needs to be in the middle of the park where he's more effective as well.
So you think it's gone? You think now the opportunity's gone? You might have had an opportunity to stay, but it's gone. I mean,
I think it's gone, and if I don't believe we'll even get back. If we go down as well, we won't even be back. We won't even be back, mate, because we'll lose players as well. Our players
all right,
will be
Tony.
moving on.
Listen, thanks for that. Thank you. It is a very gloomy outlook
it's
at the moment.
Gloom, but I mean, I remember Aston Villa getting relegated and them being inches away from going into administration. Inches. I saw the pack. I knew where they were. I was offered the opportunity to get involved in buying Aston Villa. Now look at Aston Villa. It's not a case of the fact that you go down and everything falls off the face of the earth. And it's also, when you talk about facts, let's get facts. Everton can't buy players for the last couple of seasons because they're in special measures, because of the nature of the situation they found themselves in with the losses that they produced over 3 or 4 years. That will come to an end. So this die is not cast. The objective, the aim is, if Dyche keeps them in the division, there's a different landscape awaiting for them, because they're now coming out of the end of the game. It'd be interesting.
Sorry, Simon, just to switch it a little bit back to the fans. Look, obviously switching from channel to channel, I'm looking at it, was it 3-1? Fans were leaving the stadium. I don't think that's a good look either. I'm just looking at Steve there, was really impassioned, wasn't he? Fan, loves the club, wants them to stay up. Too many of the Everton fans are sort of jacking it in as well. I don't like the look of that, Jim, leaving the stadium. Stay there and support your team. Yeah. With thick and thin.
Oh, I always say that. I totally agree with you.
They look like they're giving up.
Yeah.
The supporters. Okay. That can't be right either.
They got a draw at Palace on Saturday, one of the form teams in the division. Palace had just smashed Leeds 5-1. They've beaten other sides like Leicester. Everton went up there on Saturday. Yeah. Got a player sent off, yet still ground out a point.
So you think they stay up?
I still think there's a good chance they'll stay up.
I think the next game tells us what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Got to win there.
Okay. Clinging on for the time being. 10:30.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.